taking, whether it's on the village level, enforcing the law,
yes,
fighting corruption, dealing with the tax code. There have been a lot of protests, as you know, in your country and in other countries. People worried about the rise of the cost of living, inequality, but you seem to have embarked on a path where you're going to have a vibrant economy, but you're going to make sure, as the phrase goes, not only is no one going to be left behind, but they're going to... Invited by President Trump to witness the historic agreement. Can you share with us, before you go, observations about what you saw and what you think may be unfolding, which also underscores Indonesia's traditional foreign policy of trying to stay out of the elephants who get in fights with each other, the great powers, that you focus on growth rather than international disputes. But give us some quick observations about what you saw in Egypt. By the way, the president went to Egypt midnight on Sunday night, and what was it, a few hours later he came back. Amazing. Give us some observations about what you saw.
Yes, it was very interesting. I think there was a sense that we are at a historic opportunity. A lot must be done. There's still a long way. Anything can happen. But we all feel that this time there's hope. So in New York, during the United Nations General Assembly, President Trump called about 8 of us, 8, let us say, leading Muslim countries. Indonesia considered Muslim majority, so we were invited. And he gave us his plan. We looked at the plan, we discussed it. It gave us hope. And then some of the other Arab leaders said, sir, we can live with the plan, we like it, it gives us hope. But what about Israel? Right? And so we said, well, basically what he says is, I will convince the Israelis. And apparently he managed to do that. We have now a ceasefire. Aid is coming in. Hostages have been released. Some still, I think some dead bodies have to be recovered. So, yes, there is, I would say, still hope that we can get this through. And Indonesia is still willing to be part of that. If they need peacekeeping troops, they said we are willing to provide peacekeeping troops. And so I'm optimistic. I hope that this can go through.
Well, in your speech in the UN, you gave a very courageous speech about if Israel would recognize Palestine, the country should recognize Israel, even if they're Muslim. And some criticized you for that, but that exemplifies, though, the kind of firm leadership, forward leadership that the world needs. And so we've run out of time, unfortunately, but I think people are getting a sense that whether it's issues like ice for fishermen or trying to bring peace to a troubled region, Indonesia has a very strong leader. Thank goodness. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you for having me.